So we're going to talk about the hotspot question type. In order to do it, we're going to add question or content, and we're going to choose hotspot. And in order to do that, basically what it does is it takes an image or a document, maybe a digital worksheet, and what you're doing is creating clickable areas within that document. So I'm going to upload a document. And I'm going to click Add Image. As you can tell from the document I chose, this would be for younger learners. So instead of typing out my directions, which I could do if you have older students, I'm going to choose the audio option. So I'm going to go to the plus sign, Add Enriched Content, and choose Audio, so the students can listen to my directions rather than read them. Click on all of the boxes that have the letter A. And I'll add audio. And it'll be up here. All they do is click on that and they can hear the directions. So let's make squares because these rectangles are a good fit for that. So I'm going to make sure my square tool is highlighted, and what I'm going to do is just start in the corner, click and drag, and make it fit that rectangle as best I can. Click and drag, and obviously I can do as many of these boxes as I want to do. I'm going to do enough to make my point. Obviously you would want to fill as many as you want. I would probably do maybe the first 3 rows. I'm going to show you a mistake. So let's say when I make my box this time it looks like that. I'm not happy with that box. All I do is click on it. And once I've clicked on it, you'll see the trash can has come up. If I click on the trash can, it gets rid of that box and it takes you back to the square option. So very useful when if you have a mistake in creating your hotspots. So let's say I've made plenty of boxes now, hotspots. What I need to do is decide how many correct answers there are. Out of the boxes I've made, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 correct answers. So up at the top, I want my point value to say 4, so students can get as many as 4 points for that. What I do now that I have the clickable areas, if I click on any of these, we'll get that same menu we got before, but this time we want the check mark because we're creating the key. So I want all of the A's, because that's what my directions said. I want all of the A's to be considered correct answers. And as you notice, as I click that check mark, oh, that's right. What I need to do is scroll down and do an extra step. I have multiple A's, right? So I have to go down to settings. I have to make sure that in settings, I toggle on required, and I have to choose allow multiple selections because there are multiple A's. If there's only one correct answer, then it doesn't matter. But with this, we have several. So now that I've done that, I can click on another A, check mark. Now that's another correct answer. Click on another A, another check mark. So for this, I need 4 A's, check mark every time. I've just created the key so that Formative can auto-grade this for me. If I want to continue making more boxes, I'll just click and drag, click and drag. It's kind of, just like a digital version of a worksheet, but especially I would think for younger learners, they don't have the same motor skills as the older students, so this may be a viable option for them. Once I click outside of the question, this is like a shortcut, shrunken down version of it. I am going to go ahead, it'll show you the settings required in multiple selections. I'm going to go to student view so you can see what it looks like previewing as a student by clicking on the eyeball. We'll scroll down. Here are my audio directions. Click on all of the boxes that have the letter A. So I didn't use the whole document. I chose to just do the top part. And as the student, I'm hovering over each of these, and I can click whichever ones I want. And then you can click more than 4, right? You can click as many, you can click all of them. But I would recommend to the student, saying to the students, make sure you check how the number in the top right corner that tells you how many correct answers there are. So that, gives them a way to, if they're kind of deciding between, 4 and 5 of them, they can look up here and help themselves make that decision, that critical thinking of which ones do I need to keep.